Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Let's get the conversation going now. President Bola Tinubu, for the 18th time, has been reminded of the need to cut down the cost of governance in line with economic current realities. Dwindling revenue on various fronts, fiscal measures being introduced in the economy, mounting debts and debt servicing obligations are already putting strains on the nation's finances, while government hopes to run the country on the stringent budget or elaborate budget that cannot engender true development, according to experts. And according to experts, the Tinubu's administration must cut down on the cost of governance to address other economic challenges facing the country. All right, so let's get talking now. We'll bring in our guest, Olushola Oluwoye, insurance expert and policy analyst. He joins us virtually now as we take a look at the impact of cost of governance on the economy. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate your time, Mr. Oluwoye.
Thank you so much, Frank, and it's nice to be on your show this morning.
Okay, so talk to us about the current economic challenges in Nigeria have brought the issue of the cost of governance to the forefront, as many Nigerians have expressed frustration with the high cost of governance. So in your opinion, how would you quantify the cost of governance in Nigeria?
Okay, currently, with the current structure we run, I'm sure working with the 3 tiers of government, definitely cost is high. And beyond that, having multiple agencies running almost similar processes and structures, trying to help government to generate revenue and provide public services. It is noticed that there are quite a lot of duplications. And so cost of governance in Nigeria currently is having impact on the economy. And I want to believe that within the last 1 month and some few weeks, some pronouncement has been made to address some of this. We might not yet be feeling the impact, but we can see that there is clarity about direction on how we're going to bring down some of this costs, in the nearest future. Considerations have been given to the Stephen Orosaya's report on how some agencies can be merged together or look for more efficient way to be able to manage them. And I think just about 2 days ago, the special advisor on revenue generation speaks to the issue of harmonization, not necessarily margin, but harmonization of collection of revenue, use of similar technology by similar agencies, and further enhancing on non-tax revenue as a way to go. And that's one of the major agenda for Mr. President.
Oh, okay. Well said. Thank you for that. I mean, it's often argued that reducing the cost of governance can lead to more funds being available for investment in infrastructure and social programs. But let me ask again, in your own opinion, how significant is this potential impact, and what sectors do you think will benefit the most from redirected funds? For instance, if the government should save more, maybe from salary of public office holders, and then where do you think they need to pull that, and what measures do you think we need to start taking now, especially by this administration? Because if you look at the policy statement and policy formulations, or the policy directive of the Tinubu administration in recent time, a lot of people have applauded it, but less has been done, or little has been done about reducing the cost of governance.
Okay, thank you very much, and I like the way you have positioned it, saying that in specific. I'm sure we are also working with timelines in most of this pronouncement. We need to manage expectations very well. this administration have started rolling out some of their agendas and their policies. And, there's a timing to be able to roll out some of these things. There's a level of awareness that needs to be done before we can start seeing the impact. We seems to start looking a whole lot of things in the short term when we need to look at some of those things in the medium to long term. Now, what am I speaking to in specific is they are clear that any savings that comes as a result of some of this pronouncement will be channeled towards education and health. And I want to believe that these, in the long run, will help us with issue of security, because when people are now further engaged and our educational system works much more better than the way it is, our healthcare system work more better than the way it currently is, it will reduce amount of people running outside. Most youths leaves Nigeria on the back of having a better education outside. And if you look at middle and, from that middle level class and above, seek for even medical tourism outside Nigeria. And I believe if some of these are, the revenue that are going to be saved or more generated as a result of savings and cost of governance, if directed into these two areas, we will greatly feel the impact.
How crucial is transparency and accountability in addressing the cost of governance? Because yes, you talked about the fact that we need to put these funds in education, address the concerns about the level of insecurity in the country as well. So meaning what you're saying is that once we get more people educated, the issue of insecurity will reduce. But in the meantime, let's talk about transparency and accountability. So the way and manner that the federal government spends money is also very crucial, and how open they can become to the citizen. So how would you address these concerns?
Okay, thank you very much. I think in the past, we've had a very, very good and transparent system when the current World Bank leader, Okojo-Iweala, was managing the finance. There used to be clear publications of government expenditures, and there are quite a lot of information available to the public so that they can be able to see how the economy is running. I want to believe that we are going to experience something similar in this government, starting with having the figure of savings on subsidy within the first 1 month. That is information already in the public. I want to believe with the budget office, alongside with Ministry of Finance, working alongside with CBN, there will be more disclosure on how the economy is running. And remember, we have an accountant, somebody with a finance background leading the economy this time around. And I want to believe there will be more accountability and transparency in this government.